Well, kia ora e te ui. This month is, I just wanted to let you know that this month is Te Rau Ora's, previously Te Rau Matatini. Its 22nd birthday. So it's been around for 22 years, whānau, and well, we want to wish ourselves a happy birthday. We also really wanting to take the time just to remember some of those leaders, some of those whānau kaimahi that have been instrumental in not only establishing this really important kaupapa, but also, being at the delivery end as well. So I think it's been 22 years, and so, it's important, I think, given that Te Rau Ora has come a really long way, just to take the opportunity to acknowledge some of our leaders that have been, the backbone really of this kaupapa. First and foremost, of course, Professor Sir Tāmehana Jury, whose vision it was to stand up this kaupapa, and I know at the time working alongside him operationally was Pōhirini, and so mihana kia kōrua. I think also at a strategic policy level that Dame Tariana Kaurangi Tariana Turia was also instrumental in creating the policy settings and the opportunities to establish Te Rau Matatini, which is now Te Rau Ora. So we need to mihi to Dame Tariana, because she did so much in that strategic policy setting political world to really create the positive settings for our different kaupapa to flourish. There's been a number of leaders like her over time, but in terms of Te Rau Ora, she was one of our special leaders that we want to acknowledge. So mihi ana ki a koe e te rangatira. I think it's also important to recognise that at that time that we had good people working in the ministry and mental health, people like Arawhetu Gray and others, and they help bring some of the vision to life. If you don't have all the different leaders in place, it's hard to bring some of these amazing visions that we have to life if we don't have the people to actually operationalise them and turn the policy into funding and turn the funding into action. I think at this time it's really important to acknowledge some of the previous Te Rau Ora leaders as well over the past 22 years. I won't go into all of them, but I will mention a couple. And firstly, I'll mention Kirsty Maxwell Crawford, who I've known for many, many years, and is one of the leaders that actually my father has so much time for when he was alive, and loved Kirsty because not only because of her drive, but because of the way that she did the mahi. And she was the first CEO of Te Rau Ora, and I think we should acknowledge that, and her standing up, turning the vision into something real and tangible. It's always hard when you're the first cab off the rack, and she was also, instrumental with other kaupapa like Te Rau Puawai. So mihi ana kia koe Kirsty, who's now doing a great job at Potiri Trust as the CEO there. And we still work very closely with Kirsty here at Te Rau Ora. She's one of our key partners, if you like, in whānau that we have a lot of trust and respect for, as is, the previous CEO, the person who was the CEO before I arrived, Dr. Maria Baker, who left the organisation in such a great place and continues to do amazing mahi for the oranga of our people. She's returned home, she's back up north now. But Maria worked alongside some of the leaders that are currently here at Te Rau Ora to put in place a whole lot of different kaupapa and to continue a whole lot of different kaupapa. One of the awesome kaupapa that sits in, that has been in Te Rau Ora for some time now, is the Suicide Prevention Centre, and there's been some amazing mahi to come out of the Suicide Prevention Centre. What used to be called Wakahaurua, and we also used to work alongside our whānau from Lava, our whānau from Te Moana Nui a Kiwa from the Pacific, to create, if you like, and support the resources, but also the settings and the capability in our communities to help prevent suicide across the country, not only for Māori but for Pacific, for all whānau, for all people. And while that continues to be an issue, I think it's worth acknowledging that some amazing work has occurred in that space as well to help develop the resilience and the capability and the networks and the support for us to continue to build on to respond to things like suicide prevention. There's been some new kaupapa as well that have emerged out of Te Rau Ora in recent times, like He Whare Wahine, that's doing a lot of mahi in the family violence space, and also Oraka Araro, which is doing an amazing mahi in the addiction space. And these are national innovations that Te Rau Ora is involved with. So I just want to mihi to them. Probably the thing that since I've been here, so I've been CEO here at Te Rau Ora now for about just over 7 or 8 months, but the thing that I really love about Te Rau Ora whānau is the way that Te Rau Ora takes the time to celebrate our leaders and to celebrate our achievements. We just don't do enough of that whānau. You know, we've got some amazing kaimahi across the motu. And the thing, I think, the gift that Te Rau Ora has done really well over the past few years is to help look after the wairua of our system. And things like the 100 Māori leaders, acknowledging the men, and we know there's more than 100 whānau, but we've got to start somewhere. But acknowledging, you know, the different leaders, people who go unrecognised, people who aren't, you know, putting their hands up to wanting the limelight, who are just keen to get on with it. But it's amazing that, you know, it's awesome that we take the opportunity to celebrate our leaders and to celebrate some of the kaimahi who have actually been the first ever kaimahi in the different industries or professions across the health system. You know, we have Te Rau Ora does a great job, you know, celebrating them through a number of different mechanisms. They've got Tū Hauora as well, and the Māori leadership kaupapa. And so, yeah, if there is one thing that I really, really love about Te Rau Ora is how it celebrates our workforce, our kaimahi, how it celebrates our kaupapa providers, and how it promotes their strengths and promotes the difference that they're all making. You know, kaupapa like Pātiki, where we bring our kaupapa providers together and partners together, to share intelligence, to share information, to share successes, but also just to share insights and learnings. All those different kaupapa where we build the strength and cohesion of the workforce, of the system, where we build and strengthen the cohesion of our different kaupapa partners, those are all mahi rangatira to me. So yeah, whānau, it's 22 years now that Te Rau Ora, previously Te Rau Matatini, has been going. This is, you know, we're not just doing this to wish ourselves a happy birthday, but more taking the opportunity to reflect and remember some of the awesome leaders and kaimahi that have been involved and continue to be involved with Te Rau Ora, and our very wide network of alumni, our very wide network of partners. All of you are what's important to Te Rau Ora. If not for you, then there really is no point in having a developmental organisation like Te Rau Ora in place or in existence. So I'm going to wish all of us, a happy birthday this month, whānau, and I'm going to mihi to all our kaupapa providers and all our kaimahi right across the motu for the amazing mahi that you do. And we're using this opportunity to celebrate Te Rau Ora's 22nd birthday to also acknowledge and celebrate our amazing kaimahi, to celebrate our amazing kaupapa partners, and to celebrate all the different achievements that have occurred across the system to help ensure that the system is safe, is responsive, and cares for our whānau in the way that they deserve to be cared for and in the time that they deserve to be able to access that care. And while we've got a long way to go still, whānau, we've come a long way as well. So mihi ana ki a tātou katoa, no reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa whānau.